we go.
It's the reason why some people keep crashing out, and it's not just their environment. It's what they're listening to every single day. A recent study came out again showing how music influences behavior. But I don't think people really understand how deep that actually goes. Because music isn't just entertainment, it's repetition. And repetition is conditioning. And what you repeat eventually becomes normal. When you listen to crash out drill music all day, violence stops sounding extreme. And not because you're a bad person, but because your brain adjusts to what it hears repeatedly. And what people don't think about is you're not just conditioning yourself, you're conditioning your children and everyone around you too. People allow their sons to listen to drill music all day and then wonder why they grow up aggressively and emotionally reactive and idolizing crash out behavior. Because to them, that lifestyle isn't dangerous or risky, it's familiar. Even if they didn't grow up living it themselves. That familiarity, it creates acceptance. It's the same thing with daughters. Playing nothing but hypersexualized music, glorifying sex work, glorifying attention, glorifying validation. Then people wonder why their daughters grow up thinking attention equals value. But it's because children, they don't separate music from reality. They absorb it. And it's because music is one of the most powerful teachers of culture. And the deeper part is music, it doesn't just influence behavior, it influences identity. And if you think I'm lying, ask many people who grew up listening to Jay-Z, Gucci, Jeezy. I'm not saying it's their fault, but a lot of us wanted to hustle or actually hustle because we were influenced by the lyrics in their music. I remember when Jeezy dropped TM101, one of the best albums ever in my opinion. I remember the impact it had culturally. And if you was growing up around that time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you listen to music repeatedly, you start seeing yourself in the lifestyle that you're hearing. And it's even more dangerous today. And I'm not saying it's right, but when I grew up, rappers rapped about selling drugs, getting money, buying big homes, having cars, having jewelry. But today, they primarily rap about doing drugs and being drug abusers, being suicidal and sad, depressed. This heavily impacts the youth today. And it's why I personally really don't listen to crash out drill music. And I definitely don't play it around children. Because you can't say you want peace while constantly feeding your mind chaos. You can't say you want discipline while steady feeding your mind impulsiveness. Which is why I listen to instrumentals, inspirational music, jazz music, get money music. Because what you listen to quietly shapes the person that you become. And most people don't realize that music is one of the most consistent influences in your life. You might listen to music for 2 to 4 hours a day. That's more time than most people spend reading, learning, praying, or even thinking intentionally. So the question becomes, if music is programming your mind, who is doing the programming? Because whether people realize it or not, you're not just choosing music, you're choosing influence. And what you listening to daily might be shaping your future more than you think.
And that's crazy because this is the message that we've been putting out since we had this show. The way you articulated those bomb. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. And when you listen to that, it kind of shows you why we're probably one of the most important podcasts out here, bro. Because the message that we putting out, like, yo, yeah, the music and the people that we call out and like, yo, hold on. We gotta say something about the sexy reds, the Cardi B's, the drill, this and that. We gotta put the message out there because as innocent as we think that it is, it ain't.
Yeah.
It's shaping their future. It's shaping their reality, bro. It's a real. We shake it off like it's nothing, but it's a serious issue. And now we're starting to see that it pretty much shapes who we are. People don't want.